Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Dr. Andrea Christian Parks, and welcome to my channel. I wanted to tell you a little bit. First of all, for those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Um, I am a physician and life and weight loss coach. And most of all, I am a Christian. And I believe, as a physician and as a Christian, that the body's design is amazing. And then when we follow it, we are able to lose weight permanently. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And today, the topic willpower versus surrender. Nobody likes that, either one of those words. Both of those words sound awful. And so, why do we have to talk about this? Because most of us are doing one of them, and it doesn't work real well. And so, I want to talk about that. So let's start with the first one. The first one is willpower. Now, this is what most people are doing to lose weight. We are using willpower as our primary tool for getting ourselves to lose weight. We use willpower to stay on our diet. We use willpower to say no to foods that we want. Use willpower to tell ourselves that we're not supposed to have this or have that, or don't go through the drive-through, or don't order pizza for dinner. Here's the problem with willpower. Willpower is, some of us have more than others. Some of us have developed willpower. It's very much like lifting weights. It's very much like the way that you build your muscles. And so if you think about willpower as a muscle, then what you get is this understanding that some of us have developed willpower a little bit more than others, just like some people have stronger muscles than others, and all of that. And that's fine, except willpower also, like muscles, fatigues. And so you know how if you're ever lifting weights or you're carrying around heavy boxes or something, that your muscles just start to get shaky and tired. That's the same thing that happens with willpower. So you can use it and use it and use it. And for a while it works, especially in the beginning of a diet. Does this sound familiar? When you start a diet and you're excited and you've cleared out the pantry and you've bought all the foods and you've got the shakes or the food prep done or whatever it is, and you're very excited and you're just like, I'm gonna do this, I got it, staying on my diet. And then about 2 or 3 weeks in, if that long, you're like, I just can't keep this up. And it's not even that you don't want to, it's two things. One, it's not fun anymore. It's not exciting. Even if you're losing weight, you might have a little bit of juice to stay there and keep going. Or life happens and things are busy and something happened and you couldn't do the food prep because some kid needed to get taken to some practice that they didn't tell you about, or whatever, something happened. And so then your plan fell apart for your diet. And so then you end up deviating, and then you go, well, I can't, obviously this isn't going to work. I can't do it. So you throw up your hands and just drop it until you find another diet. So willpower is problematic because when we lean on willpower, eventually we get tired. Always saying no to yourself. I mean, those of us that have kids, when you have a little kid, like a toddler, and they're like, mommy, 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 mommy. And you're like, oh my gosh, if you don't stop calling me, you just get tired after a while of the constant, tugging from the little person. Willpower is the same thing. You just get tired of having that constant, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't, don't do that, that's bad for you, that's not good, that's not on your diet, you can't eat that. You get tired. So willpower can work temporarily, but when we're talking about permanent weight loss, especially in the confines of faith, willpower isn't going to cut it. It's just not going to get it. So then we get to the other word that a lot of us don't love, and that is surrender. Now, been doing a lot of study on surrender recently because I personally have had a lot of things that I am challenged by, and surrender keeps coming up. Things I need to release, let go, allow God to run that, and for me to follow. The thing about surrender is a lot of times we think that means giving up. And in a like war, conflict kind of way, that's what surrender means. But in a faith way, surrender doesn't mean giving up. Surrender means allowing God to be in front. And so all the teaching I do on hunger and fullness comes from a place of surrender to the fact that God designed your body. God knows when you need to eat because he put it in your body to give you a signal when you need food, when you need fuel. And what we want to do is control that. We want to make a schedule. We want to write down the foods that we can have. We want to cut out food groups. We want to hack the system instead of learning to really trust the system that God created for us and then allow it to work so that when we wake up in the morning and we're not hungry, we don't eat breakfast because we're not ready because the body hasn't asked for food yet. Or we ate a late lunch at work when we were hungry, and then we get home and there's kids that are hungry and a spouse that and you're cooking, but you're not hungry. But it's dinner time. So do we eat or do we listen and surrender to what God has put in us to guide us towards actual fuel for the body? So, as much as surrender is a challenge, I want you to think about it in a little different way. So, willpower is, I want you to imagine you're walking on a path. Okay, you've got two ways you can walk on the path. Just kind of envision this for a second. You're walking on a path and you think you know the way. Now, this is not an easy path, like a big wide path with lots of open space and sunshine. No, this is one of those more narrow, challenging paths. You can't really see around the corner. You don't know exactly which one of the ways you should go on the path. So you think you've got the map. You think you know what to do, and you run ahead, and then you take a wrong turn, and then you come back. No, wait a minute. This no, okay, I'm back on track. That's how willpower works. It's you running ahead and trying to think you've got it, and you think you got the map, and you think you know what to do, and then you realize, oh wait, I don't have it. I got to go back. I got to turn it around. Surrender is having a guide. And when you look at weight loss in the context of God leading through your hunger signals, God is your guide. And what you can't do is run out ahead and decide, I got it, and then come back to, oh wait, I'm sorry, God, what did you want me to do? No, no, no. We allow God to lead with the hunger signals, and we follow and listen and obey. And when we do it that way, we don't run ahead and eat because it's mealtime or eat because there's snacks on the counter or whatever it is that we decide we want. We wait. And when the hunger signal goes, we know that God is saying, now it's time to eat. And then we follow. That's being on the path, going through those woods and the turns and the twists, and I can't see around the corner with a guide who says, but I know the right way to get to where you want to go. And so what I want to encourage you to do is to look at your level of surrender to the signals that God has placed in the body to teach you when to eat and when not to eat. So much of the eating we're doing is emotionally based, and that's emotions are super important, but we don't want them to be the reason that we're eating. We want to eat because we need food and fuel in the body, and the emotions we want to take care of differently. So if this helps you, please share, like, subscribe, all the things, and join me back again next week. We'll do more on this topic: faith and weight loss, surrender, well, all the things that you need to get permanently to the weight you want to be at. I'll see you soon. If you want to consult, if you want to see me in person, just helping you one on one, make an appointment with me on drandreachristianparks.com. Get on my calendar and we can meet. Talk to you soon. Bye.